Organizations often focus on immediate results, quarterly goals, rapid expansion, or quick problem solving. But could it be that real success isn't measured by short-term wins, but by how well a company sustains growth over time? I've seen businesses chase efficiency, only to find themselves unprepared for change when circumstances shift. At the same time, I've seen companies that prioritize adaptability thrive in unpredictable environments. What if long-term success wasn't about getting things right in the moment, but about building a system that can evolve no matter what happens? Many organizations measure success by how fast they grow, but could it be that resilience is a better indicator? I've seen companies optimize for speed and profit, cutting corners on employee development, innovation, and collaboration. These decisions often seem beneficial in the short term, but they weaken an organization's ability to navigate future challenges. Meanwhile, companies that invest in adaptability, training their workforce, refining processes, and strengthening culture, weather uncertainty far better. What if the strongest organizations aren't the ones that expand the fastest, but the ones that can sustain progress through constant change? It's tempting for organizations to focus on efficiency, but could it be that too much efficiency creates fragility? I've seen businesses streamline processes so much that they leave no room for experimentation, flexibility, or new ways of thinking. The companies that last are the ones that balance efficiency with innovation, making space for exploration even when things seem to be running smoothly. What if long-term success wasn't just about optimizing what works today, but about preparing for what might be needed tomorrow? I've noticed that companies often define success by competition. Who leads the industry? Who has the highest market share? But could it be that true success isn't about beating others, but about creating lasting value? I've seen organizations exhaust themselves trying to outdo competitors instead of focusing on their own strengths. Then I've seen companies that prioritize their people, their purpose, and their long-term vision, ultimately outlasting those that chase short-term victories. What if sustainable success wasn't about staying ahead of others, but about continuously evolving to meet new challenges? Many organizations focus on leadership at the top, but could it be that long-term success depends more on how leadership is developed at every level? I've seen companies rely too heavily on a few key decision makers, leaving them vulnerable when those individuals move on. But I've also seen organizations that build leadership into their culture, where employees at all levels feel empowered to think critically and contribute meaningfully. What if the key to lasting success wasn't in a single visionary leader, but in a system where leadership can emerge from anywhere? Change is inevitable, yet many organizations struggle with it. Could it be that the companies that last aren't the ones that resist change, but the ones that embrace it as part of their culture? I've seen businesses collapse under the weight of outdated structures, holding on to past successes instead of evolving with the times. Meanwhile, organizations that continuously challenge themselves, reassessing strategies, refining their vision, and staying open to reinvention, remain relevant no matter how the landscape shifts. What if the secret to longevity wasn't stability, but the willingness to keep moving forward? I keep coming back to this. Success isn't just about reaching milestones, it's about sustaining momentum. Could it be that organizations don't fail because they lack resources, but because they fail to adapt? The companies that truly last are the ones that build for the future, not just for today. What if long-term success wasn't about having the perfect plan, but about creating an organization that can thrive even when the plan needs to change? Maybe the real measure of success isn't where a company stands now, but how well it's positioned to keep evolving. Long-term success isn't about short-term wins. It's about building systems that sustain growth, innovation, and adaptability. Could it be that many organizations struggle not because they lack talent or resources, but because they fail to develop structured thinking that ensures lasting impact? A critical thinking workshop using the 5 C's and 8 D's model helps organizations create a culture where employees think strategically, solve problems proactively, and make decisions that support long-term resilience. When structured thinking becomes the foundation, organizations stop reacting to immediate challenges and start building for the future. It starts with conceptualizing, helping employees see long-term success beyond quarterly goals. Many companies focus on immediate efficiency, but overlook how their decisions affect sustainability and adaptability. Could it be that real growth happens when employees understand the broader vision? A structured thinking workshop encourages participants to identify key drivers of long-term success, analyze market and internal trends, and align their daily decisions with the company's long-term direction. Once employees see the bigger picture, cognizing enables them to generate and refine long-term strategies. Many organizations struggle with growth because they don't explore enough alternatives before committing to a plan. Could it be that sustainable success comes from continuously evaluating new possibilities? The 8 dimensions of critical thinking, 8Ds, including intuition, sensing, and perceiving, help employees approach challenges from different angles, ensuring that long-term plans are dynamic, flexible, and forward-thinking. Comprehending ensures that strategies are deeply understood, reducing the risk of failure due to poor planning. Many long-term initiatives fail because employees don't fully grasp how different factors, people, processes, and external forces interact over time. Could it be that structured thinking helps organizations anticipate risks and make more informed decisions? A critical thinking workshop helps teams analyze complexity, predict potential roadblocks, and refine strategies to ensure long-term viability. Even the best long-term plans fail without proper execution. Characterizing in strategic planning is about turning high-level ideas into clear, actionable steps. Many organizations set ambitious goals but struggle to translate them into everyday operations. Could it be that execution is the missing link between strategy and success? A workshop ensures that participants develop structured implementation plans, creating accountability, measurable milestones, and flexibility for adjustments along the way. The final step, concluding, ensures that long-term success isn't just planned, it's continuously refined. Many organizations get stuck in rigid thinking, unable to adjust their strategies as market conditions change. Could it be that the key to lasting success isn't having the perfect plan, but developing the ability to evolve? A critical thinking workshop teaches employees how to regularly assess and refine their strategies, ensuring that organizations remain adaptable and competitive over time. The 5 C's and 8 D's model in a structured thinking workshop isn't just about solving problems, it's about creating a thinking culture that drives continuous progress. Could it be that organizations that invest in structured decision-making build long-term success, not just short-term performance? When employees develop the ability to think critically, anticipate change, and execute strategically, organizations don't just survive market shifts, they lead the way forward. Maybe the organizations that will thrive in the future aren't the ones that chase growth, but the ones that think ahead, build adaptable systems, and develop employees who understand how to shape success, not just for today, but for years to come.